what it's like is billions of us just pecking, death by a trillion cuts on the globalist. And what cuts them is pulling them down, not worshiping them, pointing out how ridiculous they are, pointing out how corrupt they are, pointing out how destructive they are, pointing out how much hypocrisy they have. And first, it's just getting past your fear and not being in awe. You're a government, person in a toilet attendant uniform. I will fall down and worship you. No. No, no, no. You're some corporate chief. I'm not going to fall down and worship you. Okay. Now, I wanted to get into economic news, and I got some really serious news that I've known's been going on for about a month, along with other censorship, but that I wasn't 100% sure of. But now we've done our own test. I've talked to family that saved it. I've talked to others, and the emails, just Jaron saw 2 this morning without even looking. They're just pouring into this office. And it deals with conspiracy theory with Jesse Ventura, and there's no doubt there's a new level. There's actually 3 levels of censorship. We've only covered 1 here. I want to cover the 2nd and 3rd layer of the cake. We kept saying, I can't believe this made it on air. I can't believe that. Well, it didn't, okay? It didn't. They're phasing it out. They've banned shows, and now it's gotten worse. And that shows you the truth is effective with the globalist. I think the globalists kind of arrogantly said, let it on. It's too late for them anyways. They don't care. But then they saw the top ratings. Well, I'll tell the whole story in the next segment. Then I got some other important news I want to cover. And I got an interesting video we're going to be playing here as well. But before we go any further, I played back at the start of the last hour George Soros from a year ago on the Financial Times of London website, a video interview, saying we got to get rid of the U.S. dollar slowly. We got to bring in global government. We got to bring in a global government currency. He talked about how that would be done, how China needs to be the owner of the U.S., and now they are the biggest owner of our debt. Next, the private Federal Reserve. You can see the method to their madness. And then it continues. China backs Spain to emerge from crisis. That's Sydney Morning Herald. China's now buying up Europe. Foreign banks are buying up Greece. It's all done through fraud. U.S. yield spread falls below the rest of the world. Now foreigners don't want U.S. corporations and U.S. government treasury notes. That's out of Bloomberg. Very serious developments. And sure enough, silver well above $30 an ounce. I wanted to bring Ted Anderson up with a silver update. We were unable to get Kaiser on Friday with phone problems. But we're going to get Kaiser on the next few days with a silver update. Ted, give us an update on silver hurtling towards an all-time record right now.
Well, it sure is, Alex. Right now, silver's seen a peak today of $31.22 an ounce. Last time I was on the air with you, Alex, silver was 22 times more expensive than silver was back when silver was used as money here in the United States. That only dates back to 1964, really the separation in 1971. Now we are 24 times as much money as it used to take when we had constitutional money here. It all reflects what's going on with the United States dollar and how fast it's falling. Just today, the Fed stepped in and bought $7.79 billion more of U.S. Treasuries to help fill that mandate of $600 billion by June.
And to put that in layman's term, the Zimbabwean, Weimarian acceleration towards, you've seen 90+% devaluation in the dollar in the last 97 years. Now in the next year, you're going to see the final 10% run out.
Yep, and that's right, Alex. And you know what? You'd think that the Federal Reserve would buy it from the Treasury, but they're not. They're buying it through Goldman Sachs, and they're buying through J.P. Morgan.
Yeah, that way they get a profit. It's just total swindling.
It is. They're taking our money and they're just cheating us, and then they charge us interest, and they're just driving us right into the toilet. And the silver's reflecting it. It's obvious.
Well, Ted, let me stop you. You bought a massive amount of silver when they drove it down to 27. How long till you run out of the silver halves and silver round 1 ouncers? How long before you've got to go up to the $31 level?
Well, Alex, I can tell you what, I'm holding my prices till midnight tonight. I think one of the best buys out there is $2,415 for that survival bag of dimes. We have small 1 ounce silver coins, everything. Alex, your videos right now still $97.
Yeah, you got 3 free videos, free shipping when you pay $97 for 3 silver dollars. Do the math, folks. You're not going to get $3 silver anywhere and get all that on top of it. It's $60 for free. 800-686-2237. 800-686-2237. Stay there, Ted. I want to talk more about this.
Forget everything you've been told about long-term food storage. When all hell breaks loose, you'll need the single most effective way to get high-powered Delta Force nutrients to your family fast. Like any Special Forces commando, you need a plan. You need a Black Hawk Down food plan. Introducing the Survival Sprout Bank from Solutions from Science. It's your countertop survival garden. Yes, grow fresh greens right on your countertop in just a few short days. Sprouts are the green shoots that emerge from newly germinated seeds, and they are powerhouses of living, easily absorbed nutrients. The Survival Sprout Bank is a complete kit with nothing else to buy. And with sprouts so easy to grow, even children can grow emergency food. Call 877-327-0365 or go to survivalsproutbank.com. That's 877-327-0365 or order online at survivalsproutbank.com. Survival Sprout Bank, your Black Hawk Down emergency food plan.
As many people know, ever since President Nixon took us off the gold standard, the U.S. dollar has been devaluating. What people don't know, however, is how this directly affects your personal finances. Is there a way to protect your portfolios from losing value? The answer to all of this is gold and silver. They both have maintained their purchasing power for 6,000 years. If you had $100,000 in cash and $100,000 in gold and silver back in 1913 and kept them until now, your cash would have the buying power of only $4,800, but your gold and silver would have the buying power of $3 million. The answer to protecting your assets is simple. Call John Ballman today at 1-800-686-2237, extension 169. Get all your questions answered before your money is worth zero. Call 1-800-686-2237, extension 169. Take action today while we still accept paper dollars for gold. That's 1-800-686-2237, extension 169.
A very wealthy U.S. citizen is predicting that in 2011, we will witness the most important day in America in more than 50 years. He says it will change everything about our lives. The way you shop, travel, invest, educate your children, and even how you take care of your health and your own family. Now, this man has made some outrageous predictions over the years. The crazy part is, he's usually right. You see, he predicted the collapse of GM, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and America's biggest mall owner, General Growth Properties. In fact, Barron's called his work a dire prophecy. Recently, he created a video, which you can watch online for free, detailing his biggest and most important prediction yet. And it's a real eye-opener. I can't stress this enough. You should at least watch this free video online today. He explains everything you need to know, including simple steps you can take to protect yourself. You can find the video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica3.com. Watch the free video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica3.com.
Hello. At ofthefield.com, we strive to empower you with wild food preparedness. We get lots of amazing positive feedback, most of which we feature on ofthefield.com. Here's a small sample of all that people like you have to say about the wild food experience.
As a homesteader attempting to live sustainably, I was floored by the amount of information in this book.
Dear Linda, I would be hard-pressed to express how much you have impacted my life.
I'm amazed by the wealth of the author's knowledge and the depth of the coverage in this book.
As we see more and more GMO foods on the shelves, this information is good to know.
I am thankful to God for you, Linda.
I can't say enough about this book.
Blessings to you and your family.
The greatest effect this book has had on me and my family is that we truly see Earth's bounty everywhere.
Folks, thanks for letting us help you get back to basics. Read all of the testimonials at ofthefield.com. You can order online for you and your loved ones or call 1-888-51-EAT-FREE to share in the secret.
Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right.
Paul Watson and I just rushed out an article today that only has 15 or so examples of declassified U.S. government chemical biological testing on the American people. But I'm going to get Watson to add Project Shad that went into the 1990s, examples of U.S. and British troops being nerve gassed. There's a lot of other hardcore examples, especially now because the Drudge Report is linked to it in red. This is a great chance to educate people. We've also got Endgame, Blueprint for Global Enslavement, posted the full film for free at the bottom of it, so all these people that aren't aware of this can get informed. We do need to add a description, though, of Endgame as a history of government, lethal testing, so that people know what they're about to see. So I'm trying to get a hold of Watson right now, so I'm intercomming him on the radio live so we can get some of that stuff added to it. In fact, send your mainstream news articles about declassified chemical and biological testing on people to showtips@infowars.com. I know there's thousands of them, and we'll just add a few dozen at the bottom of the article because this story is getting a lot of attention. Going back to Ted Anderson, then I'll get into conspiracy theory being censored and a lot of other news. Ted, talking to you here in the new year, I mean, look, I had Rolling Stone magazine here, and since they talked to George Norrie about me and he talked about it, I'll go ahead and talk about it now. But I wasn't going to talk about it until it actually got published, but whatever. They were here, and they were asking me, why do you promote gold? And I said, well, look, I've been promoting gold since it was $300 an ounce or less. I've been promoting silver since it was $5 an ounce, and look, it's gone up. I believe in it. I know it's a real commodity. I know that they're devaluing the currency, so it's only a matter of time until these commodities go up. And so I still believe $31 an ounce for silver is low, $1,400 an ounce for gold is low. Now, we'll see who's right. But for 10 years, in fact, let's put on screen for folks. Matt found a really good one last week, 10-year gold chart. It's parabolic, and it's reaching that point where it goes straight up now. I mean, again, this is not brain surgery. This is not rocket science. This is common sense. And so that's why I feel really good promoting gold and silver, not just because it's a great store of wealth and a way to protect yourself from inflation, but also because Ted has the best prices out there. Ted, tell folks about your silver offers and gold offers today.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously the best silver offer that we have, Alex, is $97, 3-year videos, $3 silver shipped. At $97 total. I mean, that you just can't beat that. Would take credit cards for it. There's a whole long list of things. I mean, the Walking Liberty halves are at $14.82. Lakota Nations are at $39. There's the bags of silver, that survival bag of dimes, $2,400 and $15.84. Of course, we carry Engelhard bars, Johnson and Matthey. I mean, there's, if you want Silver Eagles, I mean, there's just a whole long list of things.
And you've always got the regular price set to the market that's great and very competitive, but the time machine is available in these radio specials on whatever you got at the lower price. Instead of going up, you hold that price. They get the time machine, their silver and gold purchase. That's what makes Midas Resources so special that nobody can top. Tell them you want to hear the radio specials to take advantage of that. 800-686-2237, 800-686-2237. And you do have the deal where they can get Endgame on DVD with all the extras, Follow the Republican Obama Deception with free shipping. So that's over a $60 a discount right there when they buy the $3 silver for $97. Correct, Ted?
Yeah, that is right. And you just can't beat that. I mean, it's like you get the information that is going to help bring down this horrific system that seems to be eating us alive, and you get silver at the same time. I don't know how you can beat that mix, Alex.
Well, you can't beat it. Here's the number, 800-686-2237. And I would say buy gold and silver from Ted. It makes the network possible, but quite frankly, these deals, there's not really any profit to speak of. I guess on a few of the deals, a tiny 1 or 2 or 3% markup, but since the market's already gone up, that's not really the case. These are Ted's lost leaders we do here, and they're great deals. It's now time to start moving, at least putting your toe in the water for gold and silver. If you're purely in the stock market or purely in bonds, you're crazy, in my opinion. I am completely not in the stock market and not in bonds, and I'm completely in gold and silver. And let me tell you, thank God we've done that, because it's allowed us to expand this operation against the globalist. 800-686-2237. Ted Anderson, thank you so much for joining us. There's a lot of other specials, but when they call, just tell them it's the Alex Jones special, correct?
Yep, that's right.
All right, 800-686-2237. Silver way above 31. It's got to be scaring J.P. Morgan and others that have been in there manipulating the market. People are continuing to belly up to the bar on silver. Same thing on gold, 800-686-2237. We'll be right back with a ton of key intel on government censorship. You name it, stay with us.